The date is Wednesday, June 7th, 2017. We are at 100 Church Street on the second floor in the Law Department's conference room, number 160A, and the time is 5 after 10 in the morning. My name is Noah Janelle. I am the Deputy Commissioner of Legal Affairs and General Counsel of the New York City Business Integrity Commission. Thanks for attending today's hearing. The Commission is conducting this hearing pursuant to the requirements set forth by the City Administrative Procedure Act, commonly referred to as CAPA. The purpose of this hearing is to receive comments from the public on BIC's proposed rule changes to ensure that BIC's rules are fair, consistent, easier to understand, and not obsolete. The Commission published the proposed rule changes in the City Record on April 28, 2017. We also disseminated a copy of the proposed changes via email to all New York City local elected officials, all 59 community board managers, several media organizations in the city, and other interested parties. Lastly, we made a copy of the proposed rule, both available on both BIC's and the New York City Rules website. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the Commission, let me provide you with some context. Local Law 42 of 1996 created the New York City Trade Waste Commission, which later became BIC. The Commission is comprised of the Commissioner of the Business Integrity Commission, who serves as the chair of the Commission, and the Commissioners of the New York City Police Department, the Department of Sanitation, the Department of Investigation, the Department of Small Business Services, and the Department of Consumer Affairs. Today's hearing addresses the various changes the Commission is making as a result of the process the Mayor's Office of Operations undertook in consultation with BIC to review its rules. As background to this hearing, working with the city's rulemaking agencies, the Mayor's Office of Operations conducted a retrospective rules review of each agency's existing rules. This review process identified some BIC rules which could be modified in order to reduce regulatory burdens and simplify and update content to help support public understanding and compliance. The Commission is seeking to update its rules that may not currently reflect changes in technology and changes in the trade waste industry and the public wholesale markets, among other things. In addition to adding clarifying language and making the rules easier to understand, the Commission seeks to eliminate obsolete rules. These proposed changes to BIC's rules apply to the following entities: current trade waste licensees and registrants, applicants for a trade waste license or registration, current wholesale businesses, wholesale seafood business, seafood delivery business, market business, labor union and labor organizations, and wholesale trade association registrants, applicants for a wholesale business, wholesale seafood business, seafood delivery business, market business, labor union and labor organization or wholesale trade association registration, current loader and unloader licensees, applicants for a loader or unloader license, photo identification card holders, and photo identification card applicants. The changes BIC is proposing include, but are not limited to, modifying the Commission's current rules to allow for electronic communications between the Commission and entities that are regulated by the Commission. So that concludes the summary of the proposed rule changes at issue at this hearing. You may present an oral statement for the record or submit written comments concerning the proposed rule changes. Additionally, BIC has been accepting written comments on the proposed rule since the publication in the City Record and will continue to do so through the close of business today, June 7, 2017. The Commission will make available a copy of any written comments that are received in connection with today's hearing on its website next week. BIC will carefully review and consider all comments and submissions and make changes if BIC deems them necessary. The Commission votes to approve, if the Commission votes to approve the proposed rules, the changes would go into effect 30 days after the final changes are published in the City Record. So I know that we have 2 people who have signed in. I know another gentleman just walked in. Do you plan to offer testimony today? Or
No,
just
sir. Just here to listen.
Okay, thanks. So far, nobody has signed up to actually offer testimony. We did hear from one member of the industry who said that he was interested in presenting some form of testimony. So if they contact us and they want to provide written testimony, we'll accept that. And we can hold the record open for another 10 minutes, and that would make it 20 after 10, and if no one else arrives to provide oral testimony, we'll close the record. Thanks. And we're back on the record. The time is 10:20. For those watching on our YouTube video, nothing of substance happened while the camera was off. I'm told that the one group that I had heard was going to provide live testimony today is going to submit something in writing. I don't expect anybody else to attend. It's 20 after 10 now, and so we're going to close the hearing. We will keep the record open to receive written testimony through the end of today. Thanks for coming.